Very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to discuss about some of the C language programs. Before going to write the programs, first of all let us see basic introduction about the C language. First, C language were developed by the person Dennis Rich in the year of 1972. Before that, some of the programming languages were developed. The first one is ALGOL, which means algorithmic language, sorry, which was developed in the year of 1960. After that, BCPL language were developed in the year of 1967 by the person Martin Richards. BCPL means Basic Combined Programming Language. After that, in the year of 1970, B language were developed by the person Ken Thompson. At last, Dennis Ritchie was developed C language in the year of 1972. It was structured programming language. Next, some of the terms we need to use in our C programming language. Constants and variables. A constant means it is the fixed value we cannot change during the program execution. In case of the variable means we can change during the program execution. Let us see the example here. 3x plus y is equal to 20. Here x and y are called variables, 3 and 20 are called constants, which means 3 and 20 are fixed. We cannot change that one in our program. But in case of x and y or the variables, we can change the values, we can substitute any values here, we can take any values here. Those are called variables. Next, keywords. These keywords are also called reserved words which are created by the system compiler. As per that, we have to use that names. Actually, all keywords must be in lowercase characters only, which are developed 32 keywords by the system compiler. Let us see the some of them: if, for, go to, while, auto, like that. So these are the keywords which was developed by the system compiler. We have to use as per our requirement. Next, identifier. Identifier means it is the name which is given to the variable or constant or anything. So the name which is given by the user, that is called as the identifier. So these identifiers are, let us see, sum, x, y, or a, b, like that. That means which are the names which is given by users, that are called the identifiers. Next, data types. Data type means the type of the data, the type of the values which are stored in our variables, which are called the data types. Actually, we are having so many types of the data, like integer, float, that means decimal, characters, like that. So whatever the data we are taking, as per that we need to call the types here. So basically it was developed divided into three types: primitive data types, derived data types, user defined data types. Primitive data types means integer, character, float, double. Integer, whenever we want to store the integer values, we need to call the data type as int. For the characters, char. For decimal numbers, either we can use float and double. Okay. Whenever we are calling these variables, the memory can be allocated in our computer. For integer type, which allocates 2 bytes of memory. For character, it allocates the 1 byte of memory. For float, it allocates the 4 bytes of memory. For double, it allocates the 8 bytes of memory. So depending upon the data type, the memory can be created by the system compiler. Next one, variables. Before only we have discussed that Variable means we can change during the program execution. So whenever we are going to use these variables in our program, we need to follow one of the format here, that is called as the syntax. As per this syntax, we need to call this into our C program. So data type, variable name are identified. That means the name we have to provide for that data type. So examples are int some x. So here x is the variable with the data type of integer and p is the variable with the type of float. Whenever we have called integer type, it allocates the 2 bytes of memory. For float, it allocates the 4 bytes of memory. If you want create multiple variables with same data type, it is also allowed here by using the comma operator. So the comma operator can be used to call the multiple variables with the same data type. Let us see here int x, y, z. Here these are the multiple variables we are calling with the type of integer with comma operator. So like this also we can call the multiple variables here. Next, initialization of the variable. Let us see. Actually, these are called the declaration of the variable. Just we are providing the name of the variables here. But in case of this one, we are assigning some value to the variable is called the initialization of the variables. Here, 40 value is assigning to the variable of x. So the data syntax is data type variable name is equal to value. So is equal to is the assignment operator. This value will assign to this variable. This is called the initialization of the variables. Now comments. Our C program starting. First, whenever trying to write the C program, first we have to provide the comment lines. The need of these comment lines is anyone can easily understand or readable about the program. Whatever the program we are going to write, that will be understand at starting itself. That means the content we are providing about the program is called the comment lines. Mainly these comment lines are single line comments and multi-line comments. Single line comments means just in single line only we can write the content. It cannot allow into the next line. That means double slash we have to use here. But in case of if we want to multiple lines of the content about the program, then we must use the multi-line comment lines. Let us see the example here. Slash star some content here star slash. That means this is about the program. That by seeing this, anybody can easily understand about the program. What is the program here? So for that purpose, we can use these comment lines. Next one, header files. After writing the comment lines, we have to write the header files. The need of these header files which provides the necessary information about the library functions. That means whatever the functions we have used in our program, that information has to be included by these header files. So the header files can start with hash symbol, include, that means which is including other files into our program. It is the extension of .h, which can be written within the angular brackets. Let us see the example here. Hash include angular brackets stdio.h. That means this header file can be used regarding about the input output files, input output functions. That means the necessary functions can be included about the input output, which will be included into our program. For the purpose, we have to use this stdio. Like that, we are having so many header files like console input output, math.h, or some library, system library like this. So as per the user needs, it can be included into our program. Next, here in our program, whenever we want to read the data from the keyboard, that means we have to provide the input by using the keyboard only. So whenever we want to provide the input, that means the data to the program, so we need to use the scanf statement. Scanf and printf, these are the two statements. Two library functions can be used for reading and writing of the data. So scanf is an input statement. By using this, we can provide the input values through the keyboard. Let us see the syntax here. Scanf, control string, and here we have to provide the variables list. Control string are also called the format specifier, which can be written within the double quotations. Format specifier means what type of the data we are providing. That format has to be specified here. So these are the some of the format specifiers. Whenever we are calling the integer type of the data, we need to use the percentile %d, for the character percentile %c, for the float percentile %f, like that. Whatever the type of the data we are reading from the keyboard, that specifier has to call here. That is the control string, which should be written within the double quotations, comma, ampersand variables list here. Total how many variables we need to call? That variables can be written ampersand symbol. That means for each and every variable, it can be allocated some address here. So for that purpose, we need to call the ampersand symbol. Next, displaying data on monitor. So it is the output statement. So by using this, we can display any data on the monitor. For this purpose, we have to use this output statement, that is printf statement. This syntax is also as similar to the scanf. Printf, in double quotations we have to write the format specifier, that means control string, comma, here we have to write the variables list here. But no need to write the ampersand symbol, just it is displaying the data on the monitor, no need to create the address for this. So that's why just comma, variable 1, variable 2 and so on, variable n. Total how many variables we are having to execute, that variables have to be present here. Or by using this printf, just we can be display some content also, that means some data also. So just printf string, in double quotations we have to write this one. See, this is the structure of the C program. Already we have discussed. First we have to write the comment lines, then here we have to provide the header files, that means hash include some stdio.h like that, and some function prototypes which will be discussed in next sessions. And here global variable declarations. Let us see. Whenever we are declaring the variables, we can declare either locally or globally. That means global variables means which can be accessed total overall the program. Throughout the program we can access them. But in case of local variable declaration, just it can be accessed within the function only. That is the difference of the global and local. So our C program can start with main function, then our programming logic can written within this block. So here local variable declarations can be present and total programming logic has to be written here. Next one. So this is the simple program for executing our college name. That means now I am trying to print just PBR Wits College. Let us see. See, this is the C editor. Now I am trying to write the program for displaying our college name. The first step is we have to write down the header files here. Just I am giving the comment line as simple program. Then we have to write the header files, hash include stdio.h. Then our C program can start with void main. Then I am printing the statement printf, just PVR Wits College. Now, let us check is there any errors can be present in our program. That means is there any mistakes. So, this is the compile. So, compile means to check whether the program are having any errors or not. So, just I am compiling. Yes, sir. Here we have to use the double quotations. So, I am compiling. Let us see here. It is compiled 6 lines. It is ready to execute. Now, I am running this one. Just run. See here. It is showing the output as PVR Wits College. So, like this, we have to write the simple C program by using printf statement for displaying some data. Okay. Now, let us see our programs here. Some simple programs. The first one is write a program to swap the given true values without using the temporary variable. Here, swapping means exchanging the two values. For example, let us take the two values x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20. These two values has to be exchanged, then our output will become x is equal to 20 and y is equal to 10. So, these logic can be developed either using temp variable or without using the temporary variable. Here, temporary variable means it is the placeholder to store the values into the other values. For example, let us see. I am taking the two values here. X is equal to 10, y is equal to 20. Now, after exchanging of these two values, our result becomes x is equal to 20 and y is equal to 10. This is the output we are expecting after exchanging these two values. X value becomes 20, y value becomes 10. Now, what are the three statements can be used for executing this one? Let us see. First, x is equal to x plus y. We have to add these two. Next, y is equal to x minus y. We have to subtract them. Next, x is equal to x minus y. These are the three steps has to find for exchanging these two values. Let us work out on this. First, x is equal to, what is the x value here? 10. So, 10 plus, what is the y value? That is equal to 20. That means that is 30. X value was changed from 10 to 30 now. That our x new value is 30. So, x is equal to 30 now and y is equal to 20 now. Okay. Then, next one. Next statement is y is equal to x minus y. Let us see. Y is equal to x minus y. X minus means what is the x value? 30 minus y value, that is equal to 20. That is equal to 10. That means our new values are x is equal to 30 only and y is equal to 10. Okay. Next one, we have to execute the third statement. What is the third statement here? this one. X is equal to x minus y. That means x is equal to x minus y. What is the x value? 30 minus y value is 10. That is equal to 20. Our new values are x is equal to 20, comma y is equal to 10. Now check here. Our values are changed from previous values. So x value actually is 10 we have given, but now our value is 20. Next one, similarly, actually our y value is 20, now it was changed to 10. Like this we have to exchange the values from given values to other. Now this is the logic we are using without using the temp. It is without using temp variable. So just I am showing with using temp variable, we have to work out on that one. So I am taking the temp variable, temp is equal to x is equal to y is equal to temp. So these are the three statements can be used with using temp variable. Okay, it is the logic with using temp variable. Okay, this is the logic has to be followed. Let us write the program. Let us take the new one and write down as like the before. First write down the command lines. Hash include, it is the program for swapping of two numbers. Next we have to include the header files. Hash include stdio.h. Next our execution can start with void main. Then we have to take the two variables x comma y. This is the variable declaration. After that we have to enter the values from the keyboard. So enter x comma y values. Next scanf, we have to read them. So we have to write down the format specifiers %d comma %x comma %y. Next we have to write down the logic here. What is the logic we have written? X is equal to x plus y, then y is equal to x minus y, then x is equal to x minus y. This is the logic for swapping of the two numbers without using the temp variable. Just I am printing the result. Printf after swapping x is equal to %d and y is equal to %d, comma, we need to call the variables list here, x comma y. Let us show, is there any errors can be present? See, there is no errors, it is ready to execute. So I am running this one. See, enter the x comma y values. I am entering 10, 20. X is equal to 20 and x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20. Let us see. After swapping, x is equal to 20 and y is equal to 10. The values were exchanged from 10, 20 to 20, 10. So like this we have to implement swapping of the two numbers. Now let us see the next program. Write a program to find area of this that means circle, triangle, rectangle, trapezium, rhombus, sphere, cone, cube, parallelogram. Okay, further before going to write the program for this one, first we have to gather all the area formulas for this one. So I will show some of them, remaining all you have to work out on this depending upon these formulas. So Let us see the first one. I am going to write the program for calculating the area of a circle. What is the formula for area of a circle? Area is equal to pi r square. R means radius. Here already we know the fixed value of pi, that means 3.14. Okay, directly we have to write this value 3.14 or 22/7. Anything is correct. And we have to take the input value as radius kit. Only one input value we have to read from the keyboard, that is radius. Okay, let us see how can we implement that one. Let us take the new file, new, and same. First write down the comment lines. This is the program for area of a circle. Next, we need to write the header files #include stdio.h. Next, void main. Next, here how many variables we need? Just we need one variable, that means radius value. Just I am taking the variable name as r. Just r. Next, for storing the result, I am taking another one, that is area. Now I have to read the data from the keyboard. Just printf, enter the radius. Next, read the data from the keyboard. Scanf, total how many values? Just one value. Just one percentile d can be used. Ampersand r. Next, write down the formula. Area is equal to pi r square. Already we know the value of pi, that means 3.14 into r square. R square can be written r into r. Next, print the result. Printf, area of a circle is equal to percentile d, comma, result is area. That means this our stored in this area. Okay, see ma. So these are the header file. Next one, our C program execution can starts with main function. Here we are declaring the variables. R is the radius, it is the input value. Next it is the area for storing the result. Next one, printf, enter the radius. Then it is reading the value from the keyboard. Next calculate the area. That means pi r square. Pi value already we know 3.14 and r into r. R square can be written separately r into r. After calculating this one, this result will store in this area. Okay. Next, now I am printing the result on the monitor. So area of a circle is equal to percentile d. Next one, here we have to call the result variable. Our result is stored in this one. So here just we have to call this area here. That's it. Just compile this one. See, there is no errors. It is ready to execute. And now I am running this one. It is asking to give the radius. So just I am providing the radius value as 2. Let us see here. Area of a circle is equal to 12. It is calculating and displaying our area of a circle. Actually, our result will come in our float because here we are using decimal values. But we have used the integer type. That means it is displaying just integer type. It is not displaying with the decimal points. You have to observe that one. Whenever we have used with float data type, definitely our result will display in float data type only. Let us see here. Just I am calling this one as float area. So Here our result has to be displayed in decimal points. So here we have to use the format specified as percentile F. Now let us see here. I am providing radius as 3. Let us see here. Our area is 28.2600. That means it is decimal. Whenever we have used float type, automatically our result also will be displayed with decimal values. Okay. Next, the remaining program, these are the formulas. So you have to work out depending upon these formulas. Let us see the triangle here. Here we have to write down the formula for S. That means A, B, C, three sides. We have to provide this one, and after calculation of this one, the result will be stored in this. Then our area will be calculated. So area is equal to square root of. So the square root of, here we can be call it as SQ or T. It is the library function for calculating square root value. Square root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Then just we have to display the message as like the previous one. Next one, similarly, here the input values are 2 only. We have to take the input length and breadth from the keyboard. Okay, like this, we have to practice the remaining all programs depending upon these formulas. Okay, see, these are the remaining formulas for the sphere, cone, and cube. Okay, you have to note it down, these all formulas, and work out with your own. Write down them. Okay, the remaining programs will discuss in next session. Thank you.